Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now let's talk about the 7 types of people that are going to be under the shade of Allah in the Day of Judgment. Let me draw a picture for you what the Day of Judgment will look like. In a Hadeeth, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that in the Day of Resurrection, the sun will be drawn so close to people that the distance between people and the sun will only be 1 mile. Imagine 1 mile. People will be submerged in their perspiration and their sweat according to their deeds they done in the world. Some will be submerged until their ankles, some will be submerged until their knees, some will be submerged and will be bridled by it, meaning that the perspiration and the sweat will be until their mouths, they'll be choking and drowning in it. And when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said this, he brought his hand close to his mouth. This hadith is found in Sahih Muslim 6852. Now, who are the 7 types of people that are going to be under the shade of Allah in the Day of Judgment? That will be under the mercy of Allah in the Day of Judgment. Number 1, a just ruler. A ruler that gives people its right they deserve. A ruler who rules with the laws of Allah. A ruler who rules with justice. No favoritism, no racism, no personal agenda. Number 2, a youth who grew up in the worship of Allah, a youth who grew up praying salah, a youth who grew up going to madrasa, reading Quran, reading the qaida, learning Islam and worshipping Allah, making dua, remembering Allah, and who has a good upbringing, so it falls upon the parents as well. Number 3, a man whose heart is attached to the masjid. He loves to go to the masjid, he loves to pray in the masjid, he loves to read Quran in the masjid, or sometimes he doesn't even love to just sit there in the masjid and think about life, ponder about Deen and Islam. And sometimes he calls his friends to meet in the masjid. Number 4, 2 people who love each other for the sake of Allah. Whenever they meet, they talk about Allah and Rasul. Whenever they depart, they talk about Allah and Rasul. They guide each other towards Islam. They help each other towards Islam and towards Deen. They encourage each other to be a better human, to be a better Muslim, to practice Deen and Islam, which is the only truth. Number 5, a man who is called towards zina by a woman and he says, I fear Allah, and he runs away, he rejects her on her face. This also applies to a woman. If a man calls her to zina, she says, I fear Allah. She has taqwa in her heart, she has iman in her heart. She knows it's what's right and what's wrong. She knows zina is wrong. She moves away from it. She rejects him from the fear of Allah. Number 6, whoever gives charity and hides it, so much so that when he gives charity or when she gives charity with her right hand, their left hand don't even know what the right hand has given. So when you give charity, you don't share it with no one. You do it so secretly, you don't tell no one about it. You don't tell your parents, your siblings, your friends, your neighbor. You don't tell anyone about it. You give charity, you close your eyes, khalas. It's done, it's dusted. You will get the jaza from Allah, finished. You don't boast about it, you don't show off, you don't tell anyone about it. So much so that even the left hand doesn't know what the right hand has given. And number 7, whoever remembers Allah in privacy, the privacy of their room, the privacy of the masjid, or in generally in any privacy, he remembers Allah and his eyes shed tears in the remembrance of Allah. Yes, he fears Allah so much, he loves Allah so much. In any circumstance of him remembering Allah, whether out of fear or out of love, and tears come out of his eyes whilst doing so, he will also be under the shade of Allah. So brothers and sisters, we need to think, have we acted upon even one of these 7 in our lives? And if we haven't, let's try and practice upon one of these 7. So in the Day of Judgment, we will be saved from the humiliation, from the pain, from the hardship, when the sun is only 1 mile above our heads. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.